Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is July 15th. It's Saturday, 2017 obviously. It has been overcast all day, and actually I'll take it real quick and I'll just show you. Up there you can see how overcast it is. So that's how it's been all day long. And hold on a second. Okay. So it's been overcast all day. Just adjust this. There we go. Okay. Yes, I know. There you are. So today we've brought in 3.3 kilowatt hours of power so far on an overcast day. So we'll probably end up with close to 4 kilowatt hours on the day. Now yesterday, where it was cloudy earlier, but then we ended up having a lot of sunshine. We pulled in 7.5 kilowatt hours yesterday. The day before that, when it was rainy all day, we pulled in 2.2 kilowatt hours all day long that day. We had so much freaking rain that day, it was ridiculous. So it's just depending on, like the weather and how it is, and that's one of the reasons why, like, people had asked me, well, now that you're added more solar, do you need to add more batteries? And not at this point yet, because what I want to get to a point where all day long I'm just in nothing but absorption mode. Okay, once I reach that point, and the test for that would be on a cloudy day. If I can get I see you. She demands her attention. If I can get to that point where I'm in absorption mode on a cloudy day, then it's time to add more batteries. So that's kind of like the litmus test for me, is then I'll know exactly where I need to be as far as increasing, that part of it. Wintertime is, like I said, that's the biggest hell as far as up here in New York, because we have such limited amount of sunshine in the winter, and adding more batteries would not be smart at this point in time. Hello buddy. Adding more batteries is the way to go. So, or not batteries, more solar panels is the way to go. And so we'll just keep working at that, and eventually we will definitely add more batteries. So we'll see how that all plays out. But anyway, getting totally off track, I'm talking about the solar. So I wanted to do a video today, and this was a request again from somebody asked me. They wanted me to do a video on what do we do with our kids are off to college, or or like have moved to another state or whatever, and an S.H.T.F event happens. How do you get them home? What do you do? Okay, so the thing is, number one, you have to continue living life. You can't stop, so you can't live in fear and go, oh my God, well, I'm not going to go off to college here, there, or the other thing because of the fact that something might happen. Okay, so my best advice is having a game plan in place ahead of time with your child, or your relative, or whoever it is. If you have, now the sun's going to come out, unbelievable. That'll jump it up, that'll make it go up better. So anyway, it's been like completely overcast all day long, trust me. And so anyway, what you want to do, my advice is a parent who, my daughter is 2 years away from being done with high school, and she will be going to college. And I don't know if she's going to go locally, or or what she's going to do. But so my advice would be, first of all, have a go bag for them. Okay, a bug out bag that they keep right on campus if they're staying on campus, or if they're living off campus. And what I would do is I would have a week's worth of food in that. Okay, and ways to purify water, with purification tablets and whatnot. Because that's going to, and when I say a week's worth of food, I'm talking more of the freeze-dried food, because it's going to be much more lightweight. So it's not going to be as heavy. And, and obviously have other things in their bug-out bag. But the biggest thing is you want to keep the weight down, okay? Because even though they're young and they're strong, you don't want them humping 50, 60 pounds. I mean, that would be ridiculous, okay? I mean, if it's a boy, I would say keep it in the 40-pound range. A girl, 25 to 30-pound range. Okay, so you add up enough food for a week, and if you're, like freeze-dried foods for that, you know, that's going to be a lot more lightweight. Energy bars would be another good thing to have in their pack for them. Okay, so first of all, have a pack that they're going to keep right with them, either in their dorm room, or if they have an off campus apartment, whatever, that they have that there. Okay, that would be number one. Number two would be a game plan on wherever they're at. You know, several ways to get out. You know, not just like the main drag kind of way to get out, but several ways to get out of there. Another good thing, if they can afford to do it, is have a freaking bicycle, okay? Because if it, let's say it was an EMP type of event, you can do a lot of miles on a bicycle in a day. A lot of miles on a bicycle. So, you know, if they can, you know, have that, that would be another good thing to have for them. All right? Because you got to remember, we're not talking about us old, fat people. We're talking about young, healthy, hopefully in shape people. Even though today, number of young kids that are way overweight is ridiculous. That's another whole video. But anyway, generally college-age kids are in pretty good shape, and you know, having them have a game plan, have a bug-out bag, have you know, maps. Actually having maps, paper maps. Don't rely on, you know, Google Maps and all that type of stuff. That might not be there. So have them know how to read a map. Have them have maps and several different ways to get out of whatever location that they're at. The ultimate goal is to get back to you. Here's the thing, guys, and this is kind of what I said. I was talking to somebody, and I can't remember who it was, but I was saying that if something happens, it's not like I can go, all right, well, now I got to go get this person, or now I got to go get that person. You can't, okay? You got to stay put, because what happens if I leave and somebody else rolls in here and takes all my stuff? Number one, okay? So I need to stay put. So they need to know ahead of time the rescue is not coming. They have to rescue themselves. So they got to know that, okay, when that event happens, they need to grab their gear and get on the road. Okay, if they can drive, great. If they can't drive, if they can afford to have a bicycle there for them. Okay, you know, those are important things. Those are things to really think about. Even like with family members that live, you know, 50, 60 miles away, you know, they need to know how to get here. You know, like I'm just using here as an example, but I mean, get to wherever location that you've disposed location, that they know how to get there. They have several different ways, you know, of routes on how to get there. If they're blocked off on one route, that they know, okay, if I circumvent and go this way, I can still get there. Okay. Having hope and having a destination, having a purpose, is going to keep them alive. Okay, and that's real key. When people don't have hope, they give up. If they're in a situation where it seems like, oh my God, this is the end of the world as we know it, and it's just, I'm just going to give up. If they know, listen, all I got to do is get to location B, and I'm going to be safe. It gives them a purpose. It gives them drive. It gives them motivation, because it gives them some hope, something to look forward to. Okay, so that's real important. And like I said, family members that, like, you know, I have my sister and you know, my niece and my mom are now all living probably 45 miles away from me. Okay, and you know, obviously I want them to come here. So, you know, my niece has 3 boys, and you know, so it's like, as long as they know how to get here, and they know how to get here. Okay. So, but, you know, having that game plan ahead of time and having things in place and knowing, okay, all we got to do is get there, and we're going to be safe. We're going to be fine. Okay, just like any of your friends in your groups, if you have a group, you know, and like I have people in my group that live in Rochester, and so, you know, that's a trek to get out here. But as long as they know how to get out here, reading maps, know what they got to do. They could look at a map, pull the map out and say, okay, we can't go this way because whatever, okay, you know, who knows what the reason would be, but we can go this way and we can get to that location. So that would be the advice that I would give anybody as far as family members, kids off in college, especially if they're in college in another state. I mean, you can't go, okay, well, I'm going to go try to find them, because most likely they're already on their way to you. So you're probably never going to find them if you decide to go and try to find them. Okay, so the best thing you can do is sit tight and wait. Okay, and you know, if you have that predetermined location where you're going to go, and they know I get there and I'm going to be fine, everything's going to be okay, that's huge. Okay, so then you just, you know, you are there, you're waiting for them, you know, you're ready to go or whatever. So that would be my advice. Friends, family, people in your group, kids off to college, especially, like I said, if they're off to college and are in another state, that's kind of scary, you know. But having that bug out bag for them, having at least a week's worth of food in that bug out bag, and like I said, you want to go lightweight. So like I said, you don't want to see them trying to hump a 60-pound pack however many miles. You know, if you can have them have that bicycle, those are huge things. So that's going to make all the difference in the world. It really is. It's so today's been like I said, now the clouds are covering up that sun again. It came out there for a minute, but that's it's about 70, 75 was the high today, and so it's not horrible, but quiet, low-key day. Like I said, Eddie's off to his mom's for the weekend, and so I'll be picking him up tomorrow. So anyway, guys, listen. So please like, comment, share. If you like what we're doing, hit the icon button, or you know, the picture of me and the kids, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get updates. And I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear what your thoughts are on the best way to handle, the best way to deal with the fact that, like, if your kids are off to college and something happens, what would your game plan be? What would you do different than what I've already said? You know, because that's how we all kind of learn too. I mean, I have certain ideas that I would do, and you know, maybe you think, well, maybe if they had this, you know. And here's the other thing: make sure they got a good knife, or if they're in a state that's gun friendly, make sure they have a gun for that state. You know, have their pistol permit for that state, get their driver's license or whatever there, and make sure that you have, you know, that they can carry, and that way they can protect themselves. But and if they can't get a gun there or whatnot, then having a good knife, good solid knife that they can use, you know, for protection, for whatever on their journey to get to you. Okay, so anyway, so you know, I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear your thoughts on this. So please, you know, let me know what you think. And remember, guys, and I always say this at the end of all my videos because I think it is very important. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. You know, life is so short and it's so precious, and that quality time that we can have with the people we care about is huge. Okay, and remember, STD. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to reach, whatever you're trying to do, as long as you work at it methodically and you have that goal and purpose, again, there's the goal thing again, there's that hope, the dream, the aspiration, okay? As long as you have that and you're driving and you're striving towards it, you can reach whatever you're trying to do. You can do whatever you're trying to do. You can accomplish whatever, okay? Real important, okay? So I wanted to share that. Let me know what you think, like I said, of the video, and you know what your thoughts would be. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I hope you're having a good, safe weekend, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Okay? Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.